Hello and welcome back, friends, to another episode of Golden Whispers. Vikas Joshi inspires aspirations. Friends, this is a series of daily reflections that aspire to ignite your passions, broaden your horizons, and guide you towards a life filled with a purpose. So get ready to be uplifted and motivated every day with Golden Whispers. Vikas Joshi inspires aspirations and cultivate a journey of personal growth together. ये श्रृंखला आपकी प्रेरणाओं को जगाती है और आपके उद्देश्यपूर्ण जीवन की ओर मार्गदर्शन कराती है. ये एक कोशिश है. दिस इज एन एफर्ट सो एज टू इंप्रूव ऑन योर सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस, on your self development. Before we begin with today's topic, friends, I appeal to all of you that if you love this series, please like, share, and subscribe as it motivates me to create more such content. So let's begin. Today's topic is the gift of being ignored. ये तो हमारी जिंदगी के हर एक के हिस्से में आने वाली कहानी है. हमें लगता है कि वी आर गेटिंग इग्नोर्ड. मैंने सारे इतने एफर्ट्स किए बट नो वन इज गिविंग द क्रेडिट, नो वन इज अपलॉडिंग, है ना. सो बीइंग इग्नोर्ड ऑफन फील्स लाइक अ वुंड, लाइक वी आर इनविजिबल, अनवर्दी और लेफ्ट बिहाइंड. लगता है ना ऐसे कि अरे इतनी मेहनत की लेकिन किसी ने शाबाशी नहीं दी, कोई अच्छे शब्द बोला नहीं, या किसी ने तालियां नहीं बजाई. All these things they come into mind, and the first thing that hurts is our ego. The first thing that is getting hurt is our self-respect, and that is called an enhanced self-respect. That is, it is a thin line. That is ego. और तभी क्या लगता है? तभी लगता है अरे मैं हूं कि नहीं, and we feel unworthy, left behind than others. और ऐसा लगता है कि देखो उसने तो कुछ नहीं किया, क्यों उसको अपलॉड मिल रहा है, भगवान ने मेरे साथ ऐसा क्यों किया. ये कॉमन फैक्टर है. वी ऑलवेज ब्लेम गॉड बिकॉज ही इज द इजीएस्ट थिंग टू ब्लेम ऑन. वापस आता नहीं ना कुछ. इमेजिन करो अगर भगवान खुद बोलने लग जाए तो क्या करोगे. तो ये दैट इज द नेचर्स वे टू टीच यू. So sometimes being ignored is not unworthy or getting left behind. It's it is a gift in disguise. So ये मत सोचो कि ये ऐसा है तो मेरे मतलब जिंदगी में कुछ बचा ही नहीं है. नहीं 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 नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. Many things are there. How is your God or your universe or whatever you may call of is going to teach you? देखो जब भी प्रॉब्लम में आते हैं, जहां भी हमें लगता है कि हम अभी हार गए या हमें उतना नहीं मिला जो हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे, तो व्हाट वी फील इग्नोर्ड. तो हम ब्लेम किसको करते हैं? भगवान को, तकदीर को, या किसी और को. अपने आप को तो हम ब्लेम करते नहीं है. व्हाई? बिकॉज वी आर नॉट रेडी टू एक्सेप्ट दैट व्हाटएवर वी हैव डन इज वर्थ टू बी इग्नोर्ड. हेंस वी फील पीछे ही छोड़ रहे, मेरे को मिलने ही वाला नहीं है, तकदीर में नहीं है. नहीं नहीं, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है. सच्ची में मैं आपको बताऊं, देयर इज नथिंग दैट यू कैन नॉट अचीव. बस इट इज ओनली द पेशेंस यू रिक्वायर. हेंस इट इज सेड दैट इट इज अ गिफ्ट इन डिस्गाइज. क्योंकि अभी मैं बता रहा था कि अगर आप भगवान को बोल रहे हो तो हाउ इज ही गोइंग टू हेल्प यू? ही विल क्रिएट द सर्कमस्टांसेस, and this is the circumstances he has created, because this hurt itself will force you to jump back. It's a universe way to clearing your path, making space and giving you the chance to discover your true value. Without applause, without audience, without distraction, in silence, your real voice emerges. See, भगवान ने अगर इमीडिएट तुरंत आके आपको बोल दिया चलो ठीक है ये प्रॉब्लम है तो मैंने ये सॉल्व कर दिया, तो जिंदगी के सारे जो बैलेंसेस है वो बिगड़ जाते हैं. सो दैट इज द वे द गॉड और द यूनिवर्स और द लाइफ इज टीचिंग यू. इट हेल्प्स यू टू बिल्ड योर रेजिलियंस कैपेबिलिटीज, एंड दैट इज व्हाट इज एनहांसिंग योर सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस, योर सेल्फ डेवलपमेंट. So when people reject us, overlook us, or simply don't notice what we offer, our ego takes a hit. You see, in many of the corporate, that is called corporate targeting, where a person is targeted maybe because of his brains, maybe because of his performance. The competition is tough. And here, that is called corporate, but it's a very bad HR policy. Because in that process, there is a not at all a winning situation to anybody. Neither the organization, neither the person. But the person develops himself, organization cannot. That is the basic thing where the HR fails. Wherever there is a corporate targeting, wherever the people are ignoring the performer, they are hitting hard on their basis. So, friends, if you are in the corporate, if you are in the job, if you are in the business, whatever the case be, please understand your business will grow if the performers start performing perfectly and they are given their due credit. Because now the person grows because life is going to teach him, and that is the way life teaches us. And hence, what we have to do, we have to pause. We'll see something else being ignored, filters out noise. Because whenever we are looking at ourselves, अरे मेरा मुझे कोई देख ही नहीं, मेरा इतना परफॉर्मेंस है, मुझे आई एम नॉट गिवन द क्रेडिट, ड्यू क्रेडिट फॉर, इट्स ओके. You consider it the other way, it's their loss, but you have to develop also. So you have to filter that noise. नहीं ignore है तो छोड़ दो, it's okay. But I cannot stop performing for myself because I have to develop myself. That is what life is teaching me. It forces us to ask, why do I really want to be seen? क्यों चाहिए मुझे? एक सवाल पूछो अपने आप को. And you will realize that often we need to be acknowledged comes from insecurity. आपको खुद को लगता है कि अरे मुझे उसने ये देना चाहिए था, अगर नहीं दिया तो मेरा परफॉर्मेंस नहीं होगा, मुझे प्रमोशन नहीं मिलेगा या मुझे बिजनेस नहीं मिलेगा, वॉट एवर द केस मे. In the process, what you are compromising? You are compromising your own development. Don't do that, friends. Let it be ignored. You just filter away that noise. I just stated, in many of the corporates, these policies are being followed because they are preparing their own coterie. मेरे अपने लोग, क्या हो जाता है? Frauds happen. Where is the organization? Gone to the drums. They are compromising on many of the things by not letting the performer give his own credit. So don't become a part of such HR. If you are heading an HR, please understand the organization because of whom you are being known. Now it will change. It will give you the due credit and you are getting the credit of whatever you are doing. Now that is what is required in self-development process. So you have to filter out that noise, but don't stop developing yourself, because ignorance of such people is the best way to develop yourself. If you are a performer, nothing can stop you performing, irrespective of your past, your position, present, and whatever you will be doing. In the business also it applies, friends. So is in life. So when you are ignored enough, something inside you shifts. What you shift? You stop begging for seats at tables that weren't meant for you and you start building your own. That's what the resilient capacity is. And that is what life is teaching you, friends. Now you don't request anyone. मुझे जरा दो ना, एक प्रमोशन चाहिए, मुझे एक ये मिलना चाहिए, मेरा फ्यूचर अच्छा होना चाहिए. Your future is in your hands. Don't compromise your self-respect to few people thought. That is what they are doing by ignoring your performance, by ignoring yourself. Let them ignore. Filter it out. Consolidate yourself. And look at a bigger picture of your life. I assure you that you will be successful. More successful than they might ever thought of. So you have to start building on your own. That is what is required. And hence, whenever you are performing for your development, Now the development is faster, the confidence is more, the self confidence is more, and the results are immediate. करके देखना. अभी तक आपको बुरा लगता होगा, मेरे बॉस ने मुझे इग्नोर कर दिया, मुझसे बात ही नहीं की. ओके, it is his failure to recognize the performance. If he is not recognizing his team, if he is not recognizing the performer of his team, then the loss is not only of his but his overall organization. And that is what I call bad HR. You see, the performer should not be ever ignored. He has to be taken along because he is the one who is not only building himself but also the organization, and that is a win-win situation. Hence, rejection stings, बुरा लगता है बहुत, but it also sharpens. ठीक है, इग्नोर किया तो क्या, लेकिन मैं हारने वालों में से नहीं हूं. That is what life has taught you. अब एक दो तरीके हैं, एक तो रोते बैठना है, मेरे पास ऐसा नहीं है, मैं अभी क्या करूं, भगवान ने मेरे साथ ऐसा ही किया, तकदीर मेरी ऐसी है. Where are you reaching? Stagnation. But if you keep performing, where are you reaching? Development, immense. लोगों की नजरों से छूटता नहीं है दोस्तों. एक ने जो बैठा है, जिसने आपको इग्नोर किया, व्हाट यू वर एक्सपेक्टिंग फ्रॉम हिम, लेकिन बाकी सब लोगों ने देखा, एंड नाउ यू आर इनटू देयर गुड बुक्स, एंड दैट इज डेवलपिंग यू. सो एक ने छोड़ा, दोस्त तो बहुत सारे बन गए. करेक्ट. सो लेट इग्नोरेंस बी देयर. Let it teach you to rebuild yourself. Being ignored teaches you to detach your self-worth from others' opinions. Then you are not the result of someone other's opinions. You are the result of what you are doing. So you begin to build confidence, not on validation, but on inner knowing. खुद के अंदर आवाज आती है कि नहीं, अभी मैं तो डेवलप करूंगा ही. ठीक है, इसने नहीं दिया तो नहीं दिया, तकदीर से मैं दूसरा ले लूंगा, उसमें क्या है. एक के ना बोलने से तुम्हारी तकदीर नहीं रुकने वाली, ना ही बदलने वाली है. अगर अपने आप में कॉन्फिडेंस हो, अगर अपने आप में विश्वास हो, बिलीव मी फ्रेंड्स, डोंट वेट फॉर वैलिडेशन ऑफ समवन. नेवर आस्क फॉर वैलिडेशन फ्रॉम योर फ्यूचर. इट्स योर लाइफ. You have to define it. Let it be. And that is the way the life teaching is teaching you. So, inner noise, inner voice जो आपको बोलेगा will filter away the other's noise. That is what we have to follow. So, if you realize that if no one clapped, will I still dance? किसी ने अगर तालियां नहीं बजाई तो मैं अपने लाइफ में नाचूंगा कि नहीं नाचूंगा. तो जिंदगी है, अपने बल पे जीऊंगा, अपने खुशी से जीऊंगा. That is what you should be. You don't require validation. Now you are enjoying the life. So that the kind that doesn't need an audience to feel alive, because you yourself are now feeling alive. The kind that grows in the dark and blooms when it's time. Time तो लगेगा, लेकिन आएगा. ये विश्वास होना चाहिए. सो इग्नोरेंस आमतौर पे क्या किया जाता है? whenever a person is ignored, now he starts pleading for his recognition. He is losing his confidence. He is losing his self-respect. He is losing his resilient capabilities. Now he has become a puppet of someone else's validation, which everyone should avoid. So growth doesn't happen when you are constantly performing for attention. No. नहीं, बॉस को अच्छा लगना चाहिए. बॉस को अच्छा लगना चाहिए नहीं, what is right वो करना चाहिए. Because that will help you to grow. Because in any organization, be it business, be it in life, do the right thing. That is helping you to grow. Both. If you are in the organization, the growth of organization is helping you to grow. So it happens in the quiet, when no one is watching. सही जो है वो करना चाहिए. Being ignored pushes you into that quiet space where ideas ferment, skills sharpen, and where authenticity rises. It teaches you patience, resilience, and creativity. अगर खुद पे भरोसा हो तो आपकी कैपेबिलिटीज बढ़ती ही है. भले कोई देख रहा हो कि नहीं देख रहा हो, आपने अपना काम सही करना चाहिए, फोकस्ड होना चाहिए, डिफाइंड होना चाहिए. डोंट वर्क फॉर somebody's validation. It is taking you downwards. You will just mere become a puppet and your life total. जितनी भी आपने अपने करियर में सोचा होगा वो सारा करियर आपका किसी और के वैलिडेशन पे चलता रहेगा. That is not going to give you the growth you deserve. And slowly, without even knowing, you will evolve into someone who doesn't just want to be seen, but someone worth seeing. मैंने कहा ना कि एक ने इग्नोर कर दिया, ठीक है ना, लेकिन बहुत सारे लोगों ने आपके नोटिस कर दिया. That is what you are. And that is what the success is. And that is how the life teaches us. Isn't it? नहीं तो लाइफ कैसे सिखाने वाला है? भगवान तो खुद आएगा नहीं. Circumstances आएंगे. So ignorance is one of those circumstances which you should take it into the right saddle so that you move on to build your resilient capabilities. So if you are getting ignored, don't panic, friends. Don't shrink. Smile quietly and say to yourself, this space is sacred. This silence is mine. Okay, ignorance हो चुका है. Okay, I don't mind. But I know that whatever I've done is correct. And that is where you build yourself. One day, the very people who overlooked you will wonder how you did it. And that is the success. So let the success make the noise rather than you sulking. Let them start thinking that they did a mistake by ignoring you. Of course, they have done the mistake because they have done the losses for the organization also. And that is where he has hit hard at the base. And you will know it was the gift of being ignored that led you here, isn't it? So, not to isolation, but to illumination is the process. When you are getting ignored, build yourself, not for isolation, but for illumination, for your own growth, for your own recognition. And you will be successful. I sign off on this note, friends, and we meet again in another episode of Golden Whispers. Vikas Joshi inspires aspirations. Till then, bye bye. Enjoy the day, friends. Enjoy the life. It is a one-time activity. Do enjoy.